Hello and welcome back to What the Tesla. In this episode I'll be sharing the checklist that I made when I went to collect my Tesla Model 3 from Birmingham a few weeks ago. First of all then, a quick disclaimer. I don't want people commenting saying, "Oh Jed, you missed this off your checklist and now Tesla won't fix it and it's all your fault." So,
this video and checklist are not endorsed by Tesla and the list is to be used as a guide only. Please speak to your local Tesla representative to understand the checks you need to make before driving away.
okay, now we've got that out of the way, I do really want this checklist to evolve, so if you think that I've missed anything in this video, please drop me a comment below, let me know what should be in there, and we can get that added to the downloadable checklist. I'll provide a link to the checklist in the description of the video below, so down there, click on the link and you'll be able to download a copy for yourself. Originally I was going to try and fit all of these things into one video, however there's quite a few things that need checking, so in this first part of the video we'll be looking at the things that need checking within the first 100 miles, or ideally while you're still there at the collection centre, and then in part 2 we'll look at some of the things that can be checked a bit later that are not necessarily damage to the car but could be filed as a warranty claim instead. Right, let's get into collection checklist part 1. The things that you need to check while you're still either at the collection centre or within the first 100 miles, but please do check that with Tesla first. The reason you want to tell Tesla within the first 100 miles is purely because if you drive the car away and cause some damage yourself, then clearly Tesla are not going to cover those costs for that damage. But hopefully you'll be just like me, take your car home, be really careful, and then you can celebrate. Manufacturing defect? It'll buff out. Perfect. The first question is probably the most obvious question to ask. Is the car the correct colour? And has it got the right wheels? Basically, is it the car that you ordered? Once you know that it's the right car that you've ordered, the next thing to do is to check the VIN number, the vehicle identification number. Does it match the paperwork? Once you know that the vehicle is definitely the one you ordered and it matches the VIN number, the next thing to do is to check the front of the car. So has it been painted to a high quality? Are there any visible marks or smudges or abrasions or paint drops? As you're picking up a Tesla, they're kind of renowned for a few panel gaps. So one of the things to look for initially are the really obvious panel gaps and alignment issues. We can look in more detail a little bit later because that can be filed as a warranty claim, but you're just looking for the major panel gaps at this stage. So your car will have come normally via a transporter or on a ship if you live in Europe, and there may be some scuffs underneath the front bumper, so just have a little look under the front bumper and see if there's any major damage under there. Then we move on to the windscreen. Is that intact? Are there any scratches or scuffs or chips? Is there anything obvious on there that needs addressing? Are there any scratches, scuffs or chips on the headlights? Are there any scratches, scuffs or chips on the glass roof? Do the glass roof panels align properly? Does the front trunk, boot, fruit, whatever you want to call it, open and close properly? If you press the open front on the main interior screen, that's how you get into it. Within the frunk, has the inside all been painted to a high quality? Is there any damage or any significant panel gaps? Normally in the frunk as well, you'll find a Tesla roadside safety kit, so has that been provided? If it's not in the frunk, it might be in the boot or the trunk. Then we move on to the side of the car, so we'll start with the left side. Is the whole side painted to a high quality? Are there any visible marks or smudges or abrasions or paint drips that need to be taken note of? Are there any scratches, scuffs or chips on any of the side windows? Open the doors and have a look inside to see if there's any damage to the door sills. Is there any damage under the side skirts? Again, where it's been moved off a transporter or a ship, just check underneath the side skirts to see if there's any scratches or scuffs. Are the wheels and alloys both in good condition? Moving round to the rear of the car. Is the back end painted to a high quality? Are there any paint drops or scuffs or smudges anywhere that need addressing? If you've got the performance model, is the spoiler attached correctly with no big gaps? There's a number of complaints with people saying that the spoiler at the edges peels away and it often needs just re-gluing down. The next thing to look at, does the electric boot, lift gate, whatever you want to call it, work properly? Does it open and close as you'd expect? Are there any strange noises? And while the boot's open, is the boot lip or sill painted correctly? Is there any damage to it? And finally for the back, are there any scratches or scuffs or chips on the tail lights? So moving on to the right side of the car, again we're looking at the paintwork. Is it painted to a high quality? Are there any visible imperfections or excess paint drips or anything like that? You know the drill by now. Are there any scratches, scuffs or chips on any of the windows? Open the doors. Is there any damage to the door sills? Is there any damage under the side skirts? And are the wheels and alloys both in good condition? Alright, and then we move to the inside of the vehicle. So again, the first and obvious question, is the interior colour the one that you ordered? Is it white and black, or is it black? Before you sit down and make yourself comfortable, check the driver's seat. Is it in good condition? Is it stitched correctly? Are there any scratches or bulges or marks? Take a little walk around and have a look at the passenger seat as well. Is that also in good condition? Again, has it been stitched correctly? Are there any scratches, bulges or marks? And then take a look at the rear seats as well. While you're in the back, are the back sides of the driver and passenger seats in good condition? Are there any scuffs or scratches? And now it's time to sit down and make yourself comfortable in the front. So the main check in the front, does the screen work and is it in good condition? Some of the other things to check in the front are, is the steering wheel in good condition? Are there any scratches or scuffs? And are there any marks on the dashboard or the indicator stalk or the park drive reverse stalk? I don't really know what that's called. That is everything that I looked for when I was picking up my Tesla a few weeks ago while I was at the collection centre. In the next video, part 2, we'll be looking at some of the things that could be filed as a warranty claim instead of a damage or defect. We'll also take a look at all the issues that I had with this Tesla Model 3, and I'll talk you through how to report any issues that you have with yours to Tesla so that you can get those fixed. Right then, what did I miss? Is there anything else that needs checking before you drive your car away? Let me know in the comments below. If this video has been helpful to you, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in part 2 of the Tesla collection checklist. See you next time. Thanks for watching What the Tesla.